Come here, camera. Greetings. Oh, I'm hearing myself. I'm like, wait. I can't jam while I'm hearing myself at the same time. That just does not work. Hi, welcome. My name is John Skippy Limcool. Welcome to a new live stream. I was not here last week. Let's see. Close the notifications. I need to turn off notifications because they always pop up. I have this whole routine I have to do now. I need to copy the link of this. And I have to paste it a couple places really quick. So let's go to the chat. Join the chat at YouTube. Okay, so we're good there. And then I need to say hello to my Facebook peeps and tell them about this live stream. Oh my gosh. So this, you guys know Athena. I have talked about Athena a lot. This just popped up in my feed. Let's do it this way. I'll take a quick screen capture. This is from 4 years ago. This is what my dog looked like 4 years ago. You ready? I took this photo. It's like I had I using my camera, my Canon with a really 70-200 f4L lens. And she's much bigger and she talks now amongst all sorts of other things. But there you go. We got her 4 years ago. So she's, I have all sorts of stories I could tell you about her. But I won't do that at this particular moment. Let me do a quick thing on the Facebook Plugin Guru page. Live stream has started. We're going to play with OMG Drums Volume 2 all day. Wait till you guys hear this. This is insane. Oh, it'd be nice if I included the link to how to come over and watch this. So let's do that. So let's go over here, edit, and there. That's really weird what it's showing, but oh wait, that's not what I need. I need this. I need this link right here. Can't wait to hear what you've done. Yes, you can't wait. I can't wait to show you what I've done. Let's do this. Let's paste. Select all this, copy. See if it, yeah, it's not gonna, so we go delete this. So I was not here last week, as you know. And I'm gonna tell you a little bit about where I was, because I had a really good time. But let me show you, let's do some teasers. So this is volume 2 of OMG Drums. This is dance, and as you can see, trance. That's it. Volume 1 was chill, drum and bass, lots of dubstep. There was some film, some glitch hop, and then a whole bunch of hip hop, and one rock, reggae, and trap. So it was a little bit more diverse, but it wasn't like it did really well. I'm really proud of it. But this library is just absolutely crazy, and it is so fun to play with. It's been like 2 o'clock in the morning for the last 2 or 3 weeks working on this to get this to this point. And I'm really happy. I'm also happy to announce that I got Airwave involved. He did the trance patterns for the break tweaker version of this library. Both of these originally started as a groove library for break tweaker, and then I have imported the drum sounds and then gone program crazy inside of Omnisphere so that you can play a note, get a cool dance groove going. Down here's the bass, and then up high is the 16 plucks. And then we have all sorts of crazy things. We've taken it a little bit farther than usual. When we play groove, the pitch bend plus is doing a fill and reverb and all sorts of things to the drums. Pitch bend minus gets rid of the kick. Variations to some of the sounds. Now the mod wheel is still here. So you have all of this to play with. This is just one of 47. So you can jam like crazy. I'm hoping my computer can hold it together. It's playing 8 patches, including this crazy long sustaining. That's just the mod wheel on the sound. Then there's a side chain pulsing bass. Mod wheel. You got to play and quantize it prior to get it to be perfect. I'm playing these real time, so they might fall out. They're insane. It's just so much fun to play with. It's like this is taking everything that we know about everything in Omnisphere and putting it to use. We're not using live mode for this, but we are using parts of live mode with the latching, and we've got set so that these, if you can see right here, they're set to next 16th notes. Oh, that's what. This needs to be set to 16th notes. That's why it wasn't playing in time at times. Since it's pulsing based. So here, let me quickly save this. Save, because I'm updating as I go through this. I might edit as we go. You know how it goes, right? So there's 47. These were Airwaves. Now, the Airwave ones were done by Airwave and then sent to me, and then I've done work on top of them so that it's a collaborative effort for this whole library for the Airwave grooves. The ones that don't say Airwave were just myself involved in them, but it's such a great opportunity and privilege to work with Airwave because he's the one that started the idea with the pitch bend up and down for 2 variations to drum sounds. And what's great with that is it frees so that the mod wheel can be doing things to the synth sounds without the drums changing. So you can do some really fun things. Here's Airwave Air Breaks 1. Mod wheel. So it's truly like you're playing a record when you play these. I'm going to skip around a little bit because I want to show you some trance ones instead of just going through all the dance ones. Check this out. Here, let's go to Mercury. So I'm just going to play. One note. So you can jam for so long with these. I mean, some of these were just like, I don't want to stop. I mean, it's insane. So you have all this interactive stuff to play with. I mean, you can start it, stop it, mix it down this way, mod wheel. So you can do all this stuff to the drums while at the same time. And the mod wheel on them also. So that's OMG Drums, and there's 47 of these to play with. So it is, I mean, this is, I don't even know how to describe it. It's, my mind is blown when I play these. So here, let's go. Oh, let's do Cyber. So there's 47. So I'm going to kind of show you all of them, I think. And we'll talk about some tricks as we go. What do we got here? Choose a different key to play in, maybe, Skippy? Ah, tricked you. Because the dance ones are not techno. Like when I have the pitch bend down the drums, the kick goes away. Snare's filtered so you barely hear it. If I bring the pitch bend up, I'll make the snare go through reverb. So these are great starters. You start with this and then you can add everything else in your studio to it. But you get solid skeleton bones. And if you don't like this bass, if it's not the one that works, then you go to part 7, which is the bass part. Go to OMG Drums Volume 2. Look at all those libraries. Oh my goodness. And here's a whole bunch of other ones to choose from. And we're just in the process of saving out all the patches. So this isn't all of them. This is just a fraction of them. But So you have all these different sounds. So if something doesn't work the way that you want it to, there's all the patches saved out for every one of these will be available as patches. So you can just go to the bass parts and start surfing through and mix and match and make a billion different variations. This is kind of a hit kind of thing, so so, you know. Okay. These get me all fired up. So if I start dancing around the room, I love this one. Listen to the change with the mod wheel. That's just 2 patches right there. So you get all these lofty kind of fun things going on. Electro feels. Now I was going to show you a couple of these. Check this out. So here's the original. Let's go over here to Break Tweaker, to the OMG library. Dance, electro feels. You got breakdowns, fills. You got the C sharp right next to the main groove on C. That's the groove without the drums, right? Okay. So what would we do in Omnisphere? Here we go. It's all about the bass. So this has the original 2. These were part of the original, and then I added and with the mod wheel up, kick drum goes away. Just groove. Mod wheel down. Get the chorus and the I could play all day, so I got to keep moving. Electro top. This is fun because it's electro top means just like the. So for this one, I took a different approach. I made a piano without using any piano samples. This patch right here. using cedar and a modular that had a low piano thing to it. And sounds like a piano. There's no piano. And then part 8 is this happy little busy guy. And the mod wheel does a cool thing. It's still there. So you don't need it. This is just using sounds of atmosphere to make that piano sound. And I have a cool thing. The mod wheel, or the pitch bend up. Hear the snare drum? 1, 2. Plays quarter notes. So again, days can be lost on just one of these. I'm so happy. Okay. So this comes out Wednesday, this coming Wednesday. And I will share, because I want to say it a couple of times, because people drop in and drop out during these live streams. I was not the first using pitch bend as a controller. I did a... No. It's been that the pitch bend's been available. It's one of those things that's kind of hidden. Someone's talking about the use of the pitch bend, and it's not like this is not the first time that we've used it. But to do it this way with the mixing was kind of fun. But when you click to go to modulate, you have to go to all mod sources, and there's pitch bender, and you got to realize it's bipolar, which means you could take advantage of that, and it can be a good thing or a bad thing. If you set it, let's say we took the snare of this one, right? And I go over here and I say, set this to pitch bend. Okay. It's pitch bender already, but on the main page I've turned, I'm supposed to turn pitch bend off. Something like that, and mute this. Pitch bend doesn't change, right? And I want when I have the pitch bend go down that it goes up in pitch. So unmute it and I'd invert it. You're going up in pitch. But the problem is that when I go up in pitch, it goes down. So in cases like that, we would have to get smart, use an envelope, and then assign something like the pitch bend to the depth of that envelope, because this is only one-way parameter. It doesn't go positive and negative. So that way we could have it go up in pitch, but not go down in pitch. So there's tricks around it, but there's times where you don't want it to go both directions. This amp is great as a source for it. The effects, quite often we would use this slider assigned to pitch bend in one direction to add reverb. Those types of things it's great for. But you have to be aware it's a bipolar, it's pitch bend. There's a positive up and there's a down, which is a negative value. And there's times where you have to get clever with how you work with that. All right, so let me change tempo, because the other thing that's really fun with this is that every one of these, I could go to, let's go to even the first one of the early ones I played, this one, right? And I play it. I could speed it up on the tempo. If I go over here to my tempo and Logic, these are not loops. This is using the arpeggiator, so I can Any tempo I want, it will follow. So that's really cool that you have that much flexibility over how these are used. So I could set this to, let's say like 110. Let's try that for this. What is this one? Oh, love this one. Needs to be faster. This has so many tricks in it, guys. So let's do this. Here's the, this is Emperor of Shadows. Here's the original by Toby Pittman in Break Tweaker. That's what it did. And the fills are insane. Here's Break Tweaker. Each one of these blue bars means it's been programmed. But the main groove is right here, number 1. Okay. So that groove is what's in the drums. And the tempo is 144 in the original, so let's speed up to 144. Okay. And then what do you add to this? So I went kind of like crazy. So this is one where there's 2 sounds layered. And there's all sort of subtle things going on. This filter on the distortion is slowly going up and down with the LFO. I'll make it wider so you can hear the, here it brings it open and closes it. So there you go. Here's, oh, there's 2 versions. Airwaves. Yeah, we're not going to keep that one, I don't think. Family Jewels. This is fun. Slow it down a little bit. So it's got this huge liturgy. I mean, it's crazy. It sustains forever. Okay, Flight of the Intruder. Here we go. Key of D this time. Let's go. So you first have this big drum groove. So I want to kind of match that mood, kind of filmic. So fun. So that's okay. Follow the red pipes. This is the spy ones in the middle. Mod wheel. Okay. Would you consider ever doing a cinematic track live so we can get a better feel of how imagined these libraries being used? Sure. Yeah, we can do that in the future. Let's see. I'm going to see what guys are talking about. Do these patches take a big bite out of the processor? We try to be careful to a certain point. My mic seems to be overdriving a little bit. But it can, I mean, again, Omnisphere only uses one core of a processor. So we all have that limitation to deal with. I try to keep these running without errors on this computer. Again, I'm live streaming at the same time I'm playing these, so and this bell sound has a long release. Now compare this, if you want to see irony, here's Brake Tweaker. It's doing fairly well. With this one, there's a whole bunch of these that say CPU. Some of these will not even play for even a... It's immediately pegged, completely pegged. So it's like everything else. It depends on which one you're talking about. So we tried to, you know, I'm not layering 4 patches to make these. So it's somewhat manageable, I think. We're trying to be careful. You know, this is just triggering samples for the drum groove. There's filters, there's some effects, but it's pretty light as far as that goes. And then it depends on what you're doing keyboard-wise as to what's going to take more. And this bell sound, just the fact you can interact with these. It's just, to me, really impressive. Because, you know, Brake Tweaker is pooping out playing just a basic groove before you add anything to it. And here we've added a groove, a bass, a really nice ambient bell sound, and we're using a mod wheel to change all sorts of parameters in all 8 patches simultaneously. Things are bouncing around. So I think it's pretty impressive. I'll keep this up so you can see the CPU usage as we go. This one's really fun. This is one I will admit I could play for days. So I'm playing 3 notes. Go. I love it. And up high I've got a fall. So now here's a tip. So here's one where the arpeggiator in the right hand Play one note. And I have a pattern going, right? Turn it off. And if you turn it off, you'd want to go over to this page called Stack. And you see it set to trigger at next 16th notes. So it's quantizing when I can play. And I probably want to transpose it up an octave. So go to part 7. It's down 2 octaves. Right? Go to multi to stack and right click and turn off the trigger mode. Make it immediate. And I'm playing live. Whatever I want to horribly play. Jazz licks. And then up top, it's a 4 major fall. It dies on 4. So just play on the down of 4 majors before you want it to go off. So you can. It goes away automatically. Just hold down the sustain pedal. And I got a delay and reverb on the. So I could seriously, I have played this for hours. I love this one. Okay, so, and top note. Okay, hot coals. Yes, I changed it. I want to go to this one. Okay, so this is another one with a countdown to 4, then boom. Ready? One more time. Ready? 1, 2. Now, this is when I want to point out another thing in Atmosphere. This has a groove on the bass. And if we look at it, it's going up an octave, right? See the plus 10, plus 12, plus 12 equals 1 octave. So when it plays, it needs a full octave, right? Now, if I get to C, it still plays because my limit, I had it go to C. In fact, it's doubling, where it's playing the synth sound and C of the bass. So you can, anything above this, if I play F, those notes go away. And there's a way to fix it. If you wanted to fix it, I will do a YouTube video just on this fix. Let me share with you the concept. I'm not going to do it right now because it would take a lot of time to do it. It's not a fast fix, and it's not one for beginners. But what you're doing is you take these, it's not that hard of a fix. Let's set the pitch bend to be 0 for all steps. Right? Now what I need to do is I need to use a modulation envelope over here to add those doo-doo octave ups, right? Because it's a plus 10 and then 12. So I could do that pretty easily. So let's mute. There's two sounds. There's a sample. And then there's a synth waveform, which is giving it balls, making it a little bit fuller, more play with the... Okay, go over here, right click, and let's modulate this with mod envelope 4. And now it's automatically following the step sequencer, right? So you set your envelope setting to snap, so that it snaps to timing values, and you move these all to be 0 and keep them right here. This is for 2 measures, so there's 8 of these, right? Okay, and bring this one down to 0. And then what you do is you go under edit and you say repeat. So it is now made. And it's this one and this one, I think. Let's find out. No. If you ever want to play just modular synth mayhem, you could. Right? You can easily get carried away and forget what your goal was to do, like I just did. So there's a couple things you have to do to make this work. With this set like this, I want that when this is 100%, it's way above an octave, isn't it? So you would go back to your synth page, and you see that mod envelope is currently set to a strength of 0.287. And I happen to know that 0.125, and you hold down the shift key when you do this. Now it's an octave. If I was to have this be 0.250, now it's 2 octaves. So you can make the range that you want the top value here in the not the ARP, because we've got the, so here's the idea. The ARP is playing the pattern without changing any notes now, and we're going to have the notes changed in the synthesizer with synthesizer parameters is the concept. So and you can hold down shift now. Let's change this strength to 0.125. Oh, come on. There we go. And then we go back to the envelope. Okay. So now we're doing it a different way. The pitch is being changed now in the synth engine. And I can go anywhere on the keyboard, see? And let's turn on the synth layer, and you have to go over here. And now if I don't change this, it's sometimes cool to do this. I have the synth turned on. Its pitch isn't changing. Let's see if we can hear what it sounds like. Because when you change this pitch of a sample, especially a sample short like this, it might not be the effect you want. But let's find out. So you right click on course, go to all modulation sources, connect it to the same modulation envelope that's doing the synth, which is here, and you control the strength to be the exact same. So you go 0.125, 0.125, and cool. So now I can play anywhere in this range we were talking about earlier. If I played up here, those two notes would be gone, but they're back because of doing it this way. So let's save this, and I'll make sure I get this update to Taylor. Taylor, my wonderful assistant that I appreciate very much, is the one assigned with the job. I finalize these multis, I name them, I get it all set, everything's working, it's like making me happy, and I play it for hours, and then I send it to him. He's the one that has to go through and hit 1, save patch, 2, save patch as. And he has to give it all of the tags, all the stuff. He's doing kind of this is I call it the Dennis Rodman work of program voicing. So, but I've saved this so I can get this to him. So we'll get hot coals to him so that way it works no matter where you play on the keyboard. If you're counting on just the arpeggiator, wherever, unfortunately right now, wherever there's a key split and it stops, if arpeggiated notes go up into this range, you won't hear them. They don't have any kind of a feature that says ignore physical key range, but still play. It can't do that. This is the absolute cutoff range for arpeggiator and keyboard sounds. Okay, but we got around that just now. So I don't mind doing that detour because I was kind of planning to do that. So, all right. Any questions? Yeah, so that's the idea with this, is that this is throwing everything at you. This is the complete... And it's so fast to change these. Say you don't like the kick pattern, because it's very unique. We're saving out every arpeggiator pattern to every one of these. At the bottom of the list, there is OMG 1, and here's OMG 2, and we haven't organized it. When it's all done, it will be organized like this. But you could go to kick, and you could go to any of the kick patterns and just say, I want to use the one from, how about that mouse one? He maybe not hasn't sold that yet, but let's do electro stomp, and boom. I don't like the snare pattern. It's got a... I could program it here. And I can make a shorter one here. And if you hold down Shift, and I have some more tricks to show you. I'm going to save this next trick for, let me see, what's it? Okay. I'll show you on this one. But see how you can change the pattern. Now when I play the groove, and I don't like that kick drum. It's too clunky, right? So go to part 1, kick, hit the little folder button. When you're on OMG Volume, Drums Volume 2, go to any other kick. Oh, that's better. But we're respectively keeping the original drum sound from the OMG library. But they are all here. So see all these kicks? If I was to go, oh, I want this kick. Or pipe bomb. Or low blow. And I want to change the snare drum. So go to part 2. Part 2 is always the snare drum. For most, like 90% of these. Same thing. And you got it. Oh. It gets backwards if you change the sound while it's still playing. Loose icing. That's better. So these are in a modular clay format. The idea is that you will mess these up. I don't want to recognize these when I hear you play them, okay? This is not for you to use them the way they are. It's in this form where it's just asking for you, inviting you to change them, make them your own, make them to your music. But these are great starting places where you push a button and you're ready to rock. And so that's the idea with OMG Drums. That's why we call it OMG Drums, because they're production ready and off you go. But it's in this format where if you don't like the hi-hat or the snare or the kick sound or whatever, change it. And then save it. Just go save multi, give it a different name, name it yourself, and off you go. That's the idea. Okay? So I'll show you the snare trick. I've got a trick to show you that's really cool that we're using in a lot of these. But I'm going to keep moving because we're only through that many, and there's this many more to play. And we're already an hour into this live stream. So this might be a long live stream. I'm still going to do a patch walkthrough of this. We might skip around a little bit, but the patch walkthrough, I'll do every one, okay? I wanted to show you what I did last week. I have so much to show you guys. My goodness. I have to show you this. This is so cool. We went to Seattle. My girlfriend and I went to Seattle. And we stopped at the Olympic Club on the way, which is this really cool 110-year hotel. And it had a train station right behind it, which means like 5 trains ran by this hotel at the middle of the night. It was not really conducive to sleeping, but it was still a really cool experience. It's called the Olympic Club. It's in Chehalis. It's outside of Olympia. Highly recommended if you want like there used to be like 3 saloons next to each other type of a thing. But we went into Seattle the next day, and I went to a really cool place that Melanie had heard about that she wanted to see, and she thought I'd be into it, and that is this. This is called Soundgarden, and it's on the NOAA government property land. I can't take pictures of the buildings behind me. There's a guard at the gate. You have to answer some very clear, explicit questions. But Soundgarden, I believe, got their name, the rock band, because of this exhibit. It's an art exhibit, and there's like 6 of these on the NOAA property lands that were commissioned, I think, in the 80s. Each one of these is a pipe making sound based on wind. And they look really cool. This is video, so I gotta, wait, let me do this. Here's another picture. Isn't that just so cool? The look of them. And I have some video. I'm gonna try to play you video. Melanie got the best job with the video. Okay. Yeah, whatever. So this is the video with sound. Listen to this sound. Yes, that's me. Hear that? There's some wind noise, but each one of these is interactively. And then I did one. I think this one came out better, or as good, if not. So here, check this out. I want to program this in a synthesizer. It's really inspiring to be here and hear this. Sounds better there.
It's better still over here.
But you can walk between them and amongst them, and they make, each one's on its own pitch, and as the wind blows, it moves it out. Isn't that cool? So that was really cool to see before we went. From there, we went to Snoqualmie for a wedding. Somebody in Melanie's family is getting married. This is a drone photo of the mountains that we were at. Here's me and my sweetie skiing. It was a really great getaway. So instead of doing a live stream, this is what I was doing. So sorry, but this was a little bit more fun than a live stream. It's like the first live stream I've missed in quite a long time. So Skippy, did you ever have thoughts about making your own? Absolutely. It's not a fast process, though. So those will be in the next Omnisphere 3. My wife hates when I make sounds out of wind. Okay, so people are asking about OMG Volume 2. The retail is $49.95. There will be an introductory price. It's 47 multis. I do not know yet how many samples and patches it will be. We're still pulling everything out of it. So, and my computer's kind of freaking out for a moment here, so hopefully it's not affecting the live stream. I'm not sure what the price will be, but I do an introductory price for sure for the first probably 2 weeks of the library's release. Let's see here. Let me get back. So that will definitely be in the cards to happen. Movie remove. It's kind of making it kind of freak out a little bit, so we're getting rid of that. Go away. It's not letting me get rid of the movies. How funny. Oh, they're locked. Let's see. Unlock. How do I unlock? Unlock empty positions. Delete. It still won't let me delete them. How funny. Delete the track. Delete the track. Bye-bye. Okay. Anyway, that was my interlude for the weekend that we had, and it was really great. Needed to get away. I love skiing, and it was wonderful springtime skiing. It was great. All right, let's get back to it. In the Hive, did I play? Let me play. I can't remember if I did Implode. I think I did. I think so. No, didn't play this one. So this is a fun one. I layered, as you can see, I set it up so that this is one of the special ones where it's a little different. All the drums and the basses and everything are on the left hand. And if you take your hands off the keys, everything stops, okay? And then the right hand is this really fun layered. So there's a kind of makes me think like Irish, almost bagpipey, but modern. And then on top of that, there's a snappy little bell sound. So the two layered. And then down low, the drums and the bass. Okay. So we didn't do the same rule for every one of these. So it's really important to go to Stack and look at this layout. This is your map of how these 8 patches are being set up. And it's different, as you can see, for each one. Here's one where there's a lead. And as you can see, because it's one of the top 6, that means that it used to be part of the drum sound that was over inside of the original Break Tweaker version. But now you're playing it live. No kick. Then the big snare. Okay, so this is kind of simple. This is one of the simpler ones because the original groove had the bass and the melody in it, which is very rare. So that one took only like 2 hours instead of 5 or 6 hours for each one of these. So here's the next. One note. You're done. Okay, just chilling. I think this is one where I want to make sure I was just chilling. So groove. Slow it down. So get out your fat chords, man, you know. Okay, so that's just for jamming. It's just chilling, laying back, okay? Mad Modular is really fun. I love this one. Speed it up. Here's Mad Marvel on the top. Mod wheel all the way up. No kick. So just jamming, good time. And this works good, just single note or play chords. Okay. Midnight. Oh, this is Metroplex. Oh, this is so fun. I love this one. Oh, I haven't finished it yet. Okay. So I might take a minute to show you another set of tricks. This is one that hasn't been finalized. I've been going through and finalizing these like crazy. Skippy, did you ever thought I did that one? So just so you guys know, in the chat window, this is now recorded and played back in the video when you watch it in the future. So make sure you say what you want to say because people are going to see what you said. Yeah, this is a really fun release. Oh, is Airwave watching? I didn't even know he's here. Yes, he is. DJ Airwave, my friend. Big hug, man. Big hug. You rocked it. So this is, I'm going to show you, basically, this is one that I've gotten to this point, but because Airwave sent me his trance grooves, which I haven't even shown yet, it blew me away the use of the pitch bend to pull the drums off. Because right now when I play this, the mod wheel is changing drums, and it's also changing the synth sounds. And it's really fun to be able to pull the drums to be on their own set of controls, so that way you're changing the synth sounds, but you're not affecting the drums. So check this out. This is what you have to do. It takes a few minutes, but it's worth it. So we'll go turn off pitch bend on every patch. So you have to go through all 8. And this is what I did yesterday to like 28 other multis. And the day before. So turn these off so that all the pitch bend is off, because I want the pitch bend to be used for something besides pitch. Because right now it's you're never going to use that when you're jamming with these types of things. It just doesn't make sense. So it's perfectly cool to set that up to be an alternate source for other things. So set these guys to be pitch bend off for all 8 patches. And then you can go to the kick drum and go to the effects, and it's only layer A. So effect group of layer A, I add an EQ called Studio EQ, and I have a preset that I made which has it all set for the kick to be, it's set to high pass filter. So now, as I move this up, the low end of the kick drum goes away because high pass filtering. Anything, it's right now set at 447 hertz. Anything below 447 hertz is gone. And kick drums, they live about 100 hertz. So as I get closer to 100, there's 100, but there's stuff below that. And if I want to boost it, I can go to the Q and bring this up a little bit. You know, emphasize that point, okay? And then all I do is I right click, because I want this to be controlled by some sort of real-time controller. And I go to pitch bend, and I invert it so that now when I bring the pitch bend down, and I can control my strength right here, okay? The snare drum, I want to go over here, and this is one where it's already been set up to be set to the auxiliary send. So instead of the wheel, I just say pitch bend. So now, and bring up the strength, and go over here. We might want to add a delay and more feedback. Okay. Okay, now, this is where the tricky stuff comes. So there's a couple other things here. Wheel is to pitch chorus. I don't mind. That's cool. I don't mind that. I don't mind the drum sounds. One thing that we can do to this is we're going to add additional snare notes so that, because as it is right now, if you're hitting this, it's only going to catch the reverb and the delay when the snare hits, and it's like only on 2 and 4. So check this out. So we say, go to the ARP, and I'm going to put some ghost notes in. maybe just quarter notes, and I have them at the lowest velocity. Let's just try this. Okay. And by setting these to the lowest velocity, right now you'll hear them, right? Change the velocity setting of the ARP so it's skewered almost totally to the arpeggiator, and then go to your velocity of the amp. Here's at 0. You hear every one. Max it. They're gone because these soft velocities are now so far down in the scale. You hear it, but it's very soft, right? So then you go here and you say, copy this layer, right? Go to the B layer that's off, say paste layer, and then what you do is you have this one set so that the velocity is at max, and this one so the velocity is not at max. I detune it a little bit. And then you bring the volume down, and then you modulate this volume with that pitch bender. So only when I use the pitch bend, it will bring in additional snares. So I've complicated my groove, so it's not just reverb now on this pitch bend, but and let's have some busier ones. So now I can get really cool fills happening in this groove with the pitch bend. So it's not just reverb on snare, but and you could actually go in and add the kick drum to do additional ghost patterns and stuff if you want. It's really exciting. So I'm going to save this multi with its updated fun stuff it is doing. So there, that's enough tips. I got to keep moving or I will never get through this. Midnight is cool. These are all so fun. I want to play them all. It's like there's not time to play them all. Oh, this one is insane. I played on this one last night way too. I could play this for days, man. I'm not sorry. I am not sorry. Look what we did. It's incredible. Oh, so I want to show you really quick. So this is Midnight Groove. This is what it sounded like. It's still ringing out. I love it. This is the original. I'm Break Tweaker. Okay. But the groove, I was like, oh no, it can't be the boom, 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 boom. So I went over here, and you can do that. I mean, you can do it. But as soon as you add this thing, it's called My Neighbor Lost It. And I love it. I mean, it's so fun. Anyway, I seriously could lose half a life cycle on that one. Okay, so here's love this one. I mean, I love them all. So I'm just going to go through them really quickly. Here's Now. Now's really fun, of course. None of these are not fun. Oh. This is attempts at that kind of stuff. So go there if you want. Careful. I mean, listen to sounds. It's insane. Just insane stuff. I want to get to Trance. So we'll come back to Robonaut in a little bit. So here we go with Trance. Because I know Airwave is here and I don't want to just like be playing these. He did such a great job with these. So are you ready? This is insanity. Here we go. Yes, we need a big Hoover. And there's other Hoovers in the library, but this one has a really cool quality to it. All right, now it gets crazy. This is 4 a.m. in the club, you know? I mean, you're a DJ. So, are you ready? Go! It's just insane. I could sit right here just jamming like this for takes my breath away. I mean, you got to realize, when you have someone that has done over 500 releases of trance music, I mean, he knows what he's doing, and it's just so... And again, it's one of those cases, if you don't want to have the arpeggiator on for the right-hand part, turn off trigger, turn off the arp, and off you go. So these are insane. You guys are just, I mean, please hold your hands over your ears to keep stuff from leaking out, okay? That's the groove. All right, double Dutch. This is great. Hear the extra fill in the pitch bin? I'm sorry. It's just disgusting how fun these are to play. El Bandito. I can't take it anymore. So it's just disgusting. You can play literally your heart out. I mean, okay, medium room, another lovely one. Let's do the key of E. I mean, this is the bass part, just the bass. And the trick, even though we play C, the upper arpeggio when we play C, it's starting below the actual pitch. So it's playing chords. So you have to think what note you're going to play if you're going to try to use the, because your C is actually B flat. I mean, it's disgusting. Airwave, disgusting. Disgusting. How could you do that? Oh, I love this one. One note. Who can sing? We need a singer. Not me. I mean, and again, if you want to replace the kick or the snare, just a couple clicks and off you go. Resonoid. Let's play a key of C. I can't tell you how much fun it is. It's kind of like you feel like you got this power, you know? But have the sound change this much. just by real-time controls. 2 controls on this 1 synth patch. Okay, and we still have all these to play with. Sausage. Sausage also came out great. So happy. Listen to that! Listen to that! Come on, man, what are you talking about? I mean, love that. Listen to this one sound. I mean, I'll see you later. You guys go away. I've been playing with these for like, he got these to me, what's this, like 4 days ago. And I have hardly slept, and I've been so excited with these. It's not even funny. They're just so epic. Airwave, you are just a gift to the world, my friend. Thank you so much for being a part of what I'm doing. It's an honor. Truly is. Trance Viking. Here's the groove. Badass by itself. This is mainly the groove and the chords. And this bass is a little accent. What name do I produce music? I don't. This is my music. I could. I would rather make songs and sounds to inspire and get out to you guys. These are my album projects. This is the biggest album project I've been a part of yet, I think. I mean, I've worked on probably 30 albums. I've worked with Whitney Houston and the Yellow Jackets and Kenny Loggins and all sorts of people. I've worked on hundreds of commercials. But this is what I do. Since 2009, I only make sounds for a living. And each of my libraries is an album project. So I definitely could do music. Maybe someday I will. But for me, I really love being able to inspire so many people that are customers of mine. I mean, it's insane, and it keeps growing, and I'm blessed. And so that's who I am, is I want to, you know, inspire as many people as I can in the short time I'm on this planet. So this is how I hope to inspire people, is by giving you guys an opportunity to work and have a chance of can you play the airwave grooves from the beginning, John? Could I from the beginning? I don't know what you mean by that, Harold. Are you like the beginning of the song? I mean, every one could be a song, right? I mean, so fun. The party line. It's playing the key of E flat again. I like that. Plays all day long. This one has a really cool like percussion thing in it. If you bring up the mod wheel, it becomes like this percussive element added to the mix. It's great. Now, in a case like this, let's go to part 8. He has it really sparse. And it's set to chord. So whatever I set here, and if you wanted to, with the bonus, there's bonus content with every library. All of these art presets include all of these. So you could take this. Go to all these. Everyone's a different. So you have the, again, I like to give you guys this clay and give it to you in a way that you can change it, make it your own. So it sounds great to start with, but it's in this format where you can mess it up really quickly. And I hope you do. That's the idea. This is bass line. So those are the 47 grooves. I think I skipped a few of the dance ones at the end, right? Yeah, we were going to go to Robonaut real quick. Slow it down because this needs to be slower. We're out of trance land. So, really fun. Silo, another one that's really cool. Have it load up. This is using... oh, I'm really proud of this one. If I name the patches after myself, then that means I'm super proud of these ones. So, this was crazy. I just love the sound, this bass. And check this out. Noise and a vocal sample. No samples. Anyway, you get the idea. I really like that one. Super Highway. 4 left. I'm going to get to all of them. What do we play? I love this bass. Check this out. It's got a pulsing element, and the mod wheel just goes crazy. That's a nice mod wheel. To the Stars and Back. This has a cool... So you can do anything with these. I mean, and check this out. So the guitar. I've played around with this for so long, and it's really fun. Right here, Thrift Shop. Without Thrift Shop. With. And you can go through all these different speakers. There's a billion different speakers. And listen to the guitar. So a billion possible muted guitar chunks. And it has extra fun stuff happening because I have a random assigned to the beginning of the guitar. So as it plays, it's a little different every time. Let's see. So, lots of fun with that one. Too salty. Isn't that cool? So you can go from a huge, just like, wow, mod wheel down, back to bass. Okay, one more. Triplet. This is another fun one. We do nothing but fun around here, right? Got to speed it up. So there's a lot to grow. And then this is a cool trick. It's not a trick, but check this out. Part 8 is just fat air pad with not a single effect. It doesn't need anything. I just wanted something that's behind this. And the mod wheel is doing so much to the Gemini triplets that I didn't need the Fat Air basic pad. It's called basic because it's just there, you know? Okay, so we have a boatload of work still to go. This was, I put off doing this library for a year for a reason, because it is by far the hardest, most amount of work library I have done. Because not only now are these the grooves, but there's 2 versions of every one of these I have to make. So here's, like, I'll give you a quick example. So here's Crunchpot. the groove, right? Okay, so I go to the stack page, remove that part, remove that part. I need to actually probably go to these parts and initialize the patch for 8. I know it's painful to watch. I'm killing a multi as we speak. I'm going to go to part 7 and kill it. Initialize this patch. Then I go over here to stack and I have a setting called loop, which maps them all across the keyboard. So this takes all 6 that make the original groove. And now I need to go to the live page and turn off latch. And then I have to go through each part and decide if I want some parts to have keyboard. Maybe I want this. Right? Then I need to save that as the loop. And then I need to go through each of the 8 parts, turn off the ARP. Not 8 parts, but 6 parts. But the 6 parts that remain, turn off the ARP. And then I have another preset stack that I've created called Kit, which maps them. And then I have to go through each one and turn off pitch tracking so that they all play their original sampled pitches. And then I have to go to multi and I have to turn off trigger, which is actually faster to do right here. I have to do this 47 times to 47 multis. That's why it's not coming out till next Wednesday. And now you have a drum kit of these 6 patches. And then save that. So there will be a kit version, a loop version, and then the oh my goodness groove version to all 47. It's over 150 multis when we're done with this. So I'm not sleeping. I have no time to sleep between now and next Wednesday at all. No sleep. So that is the goal, to get that done by the 28th. Also, I want to point out that there is a next library that a lot of you are excited about coming out, Mega Magic Viola, which is the viola samples. They're beautiful. I've shown them a couple times in the live streams. Well, when you buy OMG Drums Volume 2, you get the demo set of samples for Mega Magic Viola at the same time. And 10 days later, I will make it available to everybody that doesn't buy OMG Drums Volume 2. But the viola demo, I've just started working on the patches for it. This is a different planet. We're going like from Mars to like Jupiter now, okay? So get ready for a big leap because we're going to... crazy amounts of beautiful samples. If we go to the demo, this is not the final set, but I can show you some of the samples that will be in the library. There's Dry. There's the Mega Magic, which has this reverb on them. And then ambience as well. So it sounds like it's in a little concert hall. You play the marcatos with the ambience. So I will have prepared the official demo bank, and the idea being that you get to make patches with this library of samples. Get them to me, and there's a possibility they will be added to the full version of the viola library when it comes out at the end of April. And if you buy OMG Drums Volume 2, you get this demo library 10 days before it becomes available to everybody else for $2 on my website. I'm not trying to make a lot of money, but you have to be a customer at my website to get the demo I want you to be connected with my company and my website before you get the samples. So it's not free for that reason. Okay, so that is what is coming up. That's the game plan. I am really excited with OMG Drums Volume 2. I love the comments I'm seeing over here from you guys. Thank you. Yeah, Ace of Base, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, this monthly seems to spread the CPU quite well. Does Eric Persing know what you are able to do with his synth? Yes, he does. And he's very nice with comments to me, and he's a good guy. All right, 2 hours. We did a 2-hour live stream. I can't believe how many of you are still here. That is awesome. Thank you for sticking around. If there's any questions, pop them up right now. If not, we will do our call out. So call out where you're at. I want to see all the countries and cities where people are there. Is it possible to switch art patterns on the fly? No. It seems to stop when you change a new pattern. It doesn't reset, so you could just, if you were to change it and then play new notes, then it would work just fine. Calendar reminder made to get credit card out next Wednesday. Thank you, dog. Appreciate that. I appreciate that, you guys. You guys are very nice. Shout out from Portland, Oregon. Give me the names. What cities are you guys all in? Jacksonville, Florida. Hello. Copenhagen, Denmark. JX3D. Yeah, Easter's coming. It is definitely coming. I don't think... let me see. Let me look at my calendar really quick. Yes, we will have a live stream on Passover next Saturday. And I will show you OMG drums in action. We'll use it in a couple different song examples or something like that. Munich, Bavaria, Camas, Washington, Spain, Philip. Cool, dude. Sold. Thank you. Munich, Chico in Northern California, Los Angeles, but only for 24 more hours. I know, Biggie. Biggie, that's funny. Latvia, Thailand, the lowlands in Austria, yes. Or Amsterdam, right, Bernie? Woodstock, Georgia. And we'll do there will be an introductory bundle for OMG Volume 1 and 2 together. I will do that. Good idea, Shane. Thank you. Please mail OMG Drums Volume 2 to Germany. That's nice. I like that. Okay. You guys are awesome. I missed you all very much. So big family hug. Here, we're hugging. Come here, hug. Oh, good to see you guys. All right. I'm very excited with OMG Drums. We'll be glad to have this done. It's been like this thing in the back of my mind. It takes a certain mental energy for me to build up to do this one. And I tell you, we're working on something that will be turned into another one. The work is started on an urban library for Break Tweaker that will be turned into an urban library for OMG for Omnisphere. So this isn't the last rodeo, my friends. There's more coming. So good to see you all. Be well. Treat each other kindly. And I will see you. Let's see. How do I get to the controller for this? Is it down here? There it is, right there. All right. Peace and OMG fat beats to you all. See you guys next week, okay? Bye. Thank you for your support. Bye.